Hey, good evening, everybody. It's about 10:47 p.m., believe it or not, and I'm here to do something that a lot of people have been doing lately. I'm here to give quick thoughts on the WrestleMania 28 card. Now, a lot of people have been putting their own thoughts of what the match will be like, or what the card will be like. Apparently we do have two matches already signed. Apparently, supposedly, we have two matches signed. One is official, which is John Cena and The Rock. The other is Daniel Bryan challenging for the World Heavyweight title against whoever the world champion is when he cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, we don't know about that one just yet, but right now, that seems to be on the cards, or part of the card. So right now, that's two matches supposedly signed. We know about The Rock and Cena. Daniel Bryan, it's kind of got a question mark, in front of it. We don't know if it's going to really happen or not. Maybe it will. We don't know. But a lot of people are talking about what they feel they want to see on the match. They want to see certain matches, but what matches do they want to see? What do they feel is going to be worthy enough to make this the WrestleMania that people will want to watch, and as those at the Off the Rope show have said, would get 1.5, if not 2.5, maybe 3.5, maybe even 5.5 million buys. What matches could really prove to be worthy enough to be on the same stage as Rock and Cena? Well, I'll give you my thoughts. One, we need to have a U.S. title match. Yes, we do. We need to have a U.S. title match. You want to put legitimacy back in that championship again, like you're trying to? Here's what you do. You have the U.S. championship contested between four guys in a fatal four-way. And the four guys I would put would be Jack Swagger. This is what I'm saying. Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, Evan Bourne, if he's still tag team champion or not, and I don't think Evan will be tag team champion, and I'll explain why. Evan Bourne, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, and this is going to sound crazy. And are you ready? John Morrison. That's right, John Morrison to be put into that equation. Now, if John Morrison's still with the company at the time, we'll have to wait and see. But that's how I would do it there for the U.S. title. Morrison, Ziggler, Swagger, and Bourne. Now, speaking of secondary titles on brands, let's talk about the Intercontinental Championship. Right now, it's currently held by Cody Rhodes. Okay? Here's what I would do. I would have Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, the original Sin Cara, after they probably do this whole Sin Cara feud. Sin Cara versus Sin Cara, whatever. I'd have Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, the original Sin Cara, and Justin Gabriel in another fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship. But you know what? If SmackDown is more about the wrestling, I have SmackDown up the ante and make it a fatal four-way ladder match between these four. That's right, a fatal four-way ladder match, Intercontinental Championship between Justin Gabriel, the original Sin Cara, DiBiase, and Cody Rhodes. Now, as far as the Divas go, according to many rumors, and we're hoping they stay true, it's going to be Karma and Beth Phoenix, possibly for the Divas title. If Karma is in any shape to come back at the time, which I'm hoping she is, it's going to be Karma and Beth Phoenix for the Divas Championship. That's what I want to see if Karma comes back in time and is able to do so. But that's how I would want to see it. Stick to that plan. Then we have a tag team match. Tag team title match between champions who I think were held the titles at the time, Miz and R-Truth, and I truly believe that's what's going to happen, going against a team that I believe is going to get signed on very soon, officially to the WWE, and that's going to be Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli, the Kings of Wrestling. So that's what I believe should be a tag team title match at WrestleMania next year. Kings of Wrestling versus Truth and Miz for the tag team titles. It may sound crazy, but that's what I feel. Then we get, ladies and gentlemen, the Undertaker situation. If he's in any health and condition to compete one more match, so he can go 20-0, who would you put against him? Well, there's a lot of candidates. There's Sheamus, who I'd like to see. There's another, we could go Triple H Taker 3. There's Kane versus Taker 3 at WrestleMania, if we wanted to do that. But here's who I do. Because right now it looks like they're going to put him in a feud with Sheamus, apparently. I put Undertaker versus, are you ready for this? Jinder Mahal. That's right, Jinder Mahal and the Undertaker one-on-one at WrestleMania. You wanna establish a guy? You put Jinder Mahal against the Undertaker. That's what you do. But if not, put Del Rio against the Undertaker. Those would be two choices. My number one choice, Jinder Mahal against Undertaker. And if not, second choice, Del Rio versus Undertaker. Either way, let those guys shine in the match against the Undertaker, but then let Undertaker go 20-0. Then for the World Heavyweight Championship, I would have Daniel Bryan cashing in against who I believe is going to have the title at the time, Randy Orton. That's what I feel. I feel Randy Orton is still going to be champion, and I feel that's who Daniel Bryan's going to face. Everybody's feeling that right now. That would be a great matchup between the two. So that's what I would like to see for a world title match. The WWE Championship, wow. People say we don't need to put the title on Cena for him to face The Rock. That's true, we don't. So, in addition to that, the WWE Championship, who's going to be the champion at that time? See, we don't know. We don't know who's going to be the champion. But my prediction, right now, the person that's going to be next in line for a championship run after Del Rio, you got to go with CM Punk. So I'm going to go with CM Punk as the WWE Champion at WrestleMania, defending against the guy that's going to make his return to the Royal Rumble and finally win the damn thing, Chris Jericho. That's right. That's how I believe they're going to set it up. Chris Jericho is going to make his return at the Royal Rumble, in my opinion, win it, and then face CM Punk at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. I feel that's how the direction they're going to go. That way, they don't have to put the title on Cena, and they could have Rock and Cena as the main event. So, that's how I look at WrestleMania's 28th card, the WrestleMania 28 card building up to stand alongside the match of Rock and Cena. And I believe that card right there would sell possibly between 3.5 to 5.5 million buys on pay-per-view. So, that's how I look at the WrestleMania 28 match card in my opinion. Do you agree with it? Comment down below if you like, and I will talk to you all later.